What's up, Cubs fam? Happy Tuesday to everybody. We are here today, my friends, for another Galaxy of Heroes video, and we are ranking the top 25 relics in all of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Now, my friends, as we rank this list, I want to be clear. We're talking all-around usability, and a lot of the focus on this list is which characters benefit the most from their relics. Which characters are going to be the most valuable for you to invest in your relics? I know a lot of you guys use lists like this to decide on which investments to make, and so I want to give you my opinion and the experts that I consulted on this list's opinions collectively to help you guys know some characters that you may want to put on your relic radar. And so let's get right into that list, my friends, starting with number 1. We have got the one and only CANDEROUS ORDO, my friends, coming in at number 25. We're going to talk a lot about him. I love a relic CANDEROUS ORDO. He's bottom on the list. I'll tell you why here in a second. SITH MARAUDER at number 24. DARTH, TRAYA, ARC Trooper, SITH Trooper, and then we'll reveal the next 5. We'll start with the bottom 10. JANGO FETT in at number 20. DARTH SION, Echo at 18, 17 CHEWBACCA, and 16 BASTILA Fallen. Now, when we talk about CANDEROUS ORDO, the reason why he is on the list but in last place is he's probably what I would call a luxury relic. There's probably going to be a lot more priorities that hit you before you're able to relic your CANDEROUS ORDO. I respect that, but look, if you can find the time, find the skill, the resources rather, to do this, I heavily recommend it because it is not going to disappoint you. This is my man Clash here. He has some. My webcam ended up being over him in this, so I don't mean to cover up your beautiful face, Clash, or your beautiful beard and your guitars in the background there. But he's got a Relic 7 CANDEROUS ORDO, and just look at the damage this guy is able to do with this Relic 7 CANDEROUS ORDO as this rolls. Absolutely amazing. 46,000, 49,000 damage on basic. It's just amazing. And he's taking out a Darth Revan team with Kira here. Of course, your man Wat Tambor, he's in the counter, which he's in a lot of these that work. And what you're doing here in this video is you are feeding Master's Training, and you are feeding that tech over to CANDEROUS ORDO. And so he's a little supercharged here when he's sitting now for 59,000. But still, even by himself without that Master's Training and tech, he's going to be amazing. He'll be a great defensive character. You're going to get a lot of value out of him there. SITH Marauder's one that shows up low on the list, I think, too, because SITH Marauder can do a ton of damage, but I feel like this meta's kind of phasing out, and a lot of people are able to get by just fine without Marauder. Not really essential, but really nice if you have it. Kind of in a similar league as CANDEROUS ORDO, where it's really nice to have, but probably not essential. Now, another one I want to talk about, just reminding you guys where this list is at. Number 20 here, JANGO FETT. JANGO is a really underrated relic investment. This battle here, let's see here, this comes from my man X Lucky. I think I've played some of his footage before, maybe even this JANGO battle, but his tier 7 JANGO Relic 7 it just hits like a truck. This is a great investment as well. Again, lower on the list, in at number 20, because there's not a lot of legendary characters you're going to need to farm this for. Obviously, if you don't have CHEWBACCA yet, probably be nice to have a relic JANGO for that, but most of you probably have your CHEWBACCAs at this point, so you won't be doing it for CHEWBACCA. But having it as a defensive character, when you put bounty hunters in, a lot of people are used to facing Bosk lead bounty hunters, but a lot of people aren't facing bounty hunters with JANGO lead still to this day. I mean, so I still think JANGO is by far the better leader, depending on the kind of team you have, but especially if you get a fast Bosk, get JANGO fast. But look at how much he just sliced through General Kenobi there. You're going to really ramp up that damage, and it'll be that much more challenging to deal with. Echo's another one that I want to highlight here. This is some footage here from, let's see, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, so I'll let you guys be the judge. But Echo is somebody in your Relic 7 gas team that you're definitely going to want to have supercharged with that relic. Now, this one is kind of a given, I think. When it comes to investments, CANDEROUS ORDO is one of those. CANDEROUS and SITH Marauder we talked about, probably not essential. This one's pretty essential. If you're going to be running gas, you're going to want to have high relic Echo. I would definitely recommend Relic 7. But man, when you get Echo's damage scaled up, he can just absolutely destroy. All right, let's get to the next part of the list. Starting with number 15, we have got ASAJJ Ventress. Very, very solid DPS character, great leadership, and one of the more essential relics on the Night Sister team. Padme's in at number 14, YODA at number 13. I love what Relic 7 YODA can do. Han Solo in at number 12, ENFYS Nest in at number 11, and we'll go up to 6. Darth Revan at 10, HK-47 in at number 9, General Kenobi at number 8, Jolie Bindo at number 7, and B1 Battle Droid does come in right at number 6. Now I want to start this conversation with YODA. YODA is a character that is just absolutely, I'm satisfied because Yoda's a character for a long time in this game that was not very good, especially after they nerfed him initially. This footage, by the way, comes from Jedi Master Astra. I'm putting Ad Astra. I'm putting all the links to these battles down below. By the way, I recommend going to check them all out, and these creators as well. But Relic 7 YODA, with the turn meter gain that YODA has, and he's almost always going to be run with Jedi Revan. You can also put him in a Padme team, and my gosh, what he can do in a Padme team is just outstanding. You're just going to see some absolutely bonkers damage output, which is, to me, what makes YODA super, super worth it. Now, some other characters I want to talk about on this part of the list. ENFYS Nest is in at number 11, and Nest might even deserve to be higher on this list because when you get those mastery stats on Nest, when you get that health ramped up, when you get tenacity on her, tenacity is not part of her mastery stat, I don't believe, but when you get that really high tenacity, that really high health, that health steal's just going bananas, it can be absolutely impossible to deal with Nest. I had a Jedi Revan team once. This is a sad story. This is a sad story about me. One time, here, we'll do the sad music. One time, my friends, I had to deal with a Relic 7 Nest. And the Relic 7 Nest had 150% tenacity, or something crazy like that. And my Jedi Revan, I was basicing, I was doing all the basics, and not a single ounce of health came off because she resisted it every freaking time. Look, you're going to want to have a Relic Nest at some point in time. I would say out of every single character in my roster right now, if I could choose one character to Relic that is not going to help me get a Galactic Legend or anything like that, it would be Nest, and it would be Nest right now. I really, really wish that I could give a Relic to Nest. She's one of those characters that I've been trying to get to for a long time, but there's just been so many other freaking priorities in this game that it's just hard to do it. Another character that I want to highlight here as well, we already talked about YODA, but how about Jolie, my friends? How about what Jolie can do at high Relic? You can see here, this team, this comes from Star Wars Inc. I think we know Star Wars Inc. from the chat. He does very good work here. Relic 7 Jolie beating Darth Revan here. That's really nice to see. I think where it's really nice to have high Relic Jolie, though, is for Grievous matches, because you can just get so much more survivability on Jolie and have that bailout over and over and over again of Jolie surviving those hits. Because as soon as Jolie goes down, game over. But if Jolie's alive, you still have potential to get not just a win, but full banners on that win. So it's just really, really valuable to have Relic 7 Jolie. My Jolie is Relic 6, Relic 4, and that's one of my recent Relic investments that I'm really, really happy with. Though I am working a little bit on my Jedi Revan team for those Relics because, yeah, I'm struggling a little bit against high Relic Grievous. Man, Grievous teams are so good. All right, let's round out this list, my friends, with the top 5. Starting with number 5, we have got Brood Alpha. It's 2 characters. It's 2 Gear 13 Relic characters that you get for the price of 1. Jedi Knight Anakin comes in at number 4. Darth Malak at number 3. General Skywalker and General Grievous is the number 1 character on the Relic list. Now, my friends, look, I don't think you can really debate General Grievous at number 1 for me. Is there any character that benefits more from having Relic 7 than Grievous? I don't know if you could make a case for anyone and win that argument. Maybe you could try to make a case, but I think you're gonna get a lot of debates, and I think you're gonna lose that debate. In my opinion, he's just so valuable and so devastating to deal with on defense. And even if you have a good counter for it, unless you have really high relic Jedi, it's going to be very challenging to do that with high banners. I think he's one of those characters. Grievous is one of those characters that I don't think there's very many people in the game that aren't striving to have a Relic 7 Grievous. I think his value is very well known at this point. Anakin's one I also want to talk about. We got a battle here from, let's see here, this is Tunic Black, showing off Relic 7 Anakin. The damage that Anakin is like a mini Grievous. He's almost as devastating as Grievous, not quite, but the damage that AoE can do is pretty impressive when you get him up there, and just the damage he does on his basic. He'll just start one-shotting, just popping people left and right. And then, of course, having General Skywalker on here, having Malik on here, those characters, when you've got them at high relic, they're going to have that potential to solo characters in Grand Arena. General Anakin can solo how many different teams? Malik can do the same thing. And when you have that potential to get 64 banners in Grand Arena, it just makes a huge, huge difference in the tide of the battle, being able to do that. So, my friends, that rounds out the list. Here we go. Whoops, wrong scene. Here we go. This is the full list of the top 25 relics, March 2020. Notably, probably a snub on this list is Daka. She's somebody that I probably wish I could have found a way to work on the list. You may disagree with Daka not being on here. I respect it. I think that's one I have the foresight to see. Some people probably could be upset to see Daka not included on this list. I just felt like everyone else deserved to be there over her. What other characters do you think got snubbed? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm anxious to hear from you guys. This is all subjective, and so please be respectful as you disagree with me and your fellow commenters. So, my friends, let me know what you thought again down in the comments below. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like. And as always, you know what to do, my friends. Don't forget. Punch out first. Oh, yeah. Cue that music, baby. Let's go. If you're still watching.